It's kind of funny because just looking at those kids, it's like I knew I was gay when I was that age. And just thinking about how a person denies themselves who they are for so long, the effects that can have, you know. And it's no wonder the suicide rates are so high among gay youth, because their very essence is often being obliterated and denied them.
I knew when I was 15 years old that I was queer. Boys in cutoff shorts in summer league baseball was enough to make that clear for me.
Two close friends of mine who were both straight, and the one I mentioned earlier that had heard some of my music, that was actually how I came out to him. I had made a tape of songs, and I didn't know how to tell him, so I just given him the tape, and he knew by the time he was done, but he was not surprised about me being gay as he was about the music, and he loved the music, and it was pretty cool. So I'd come out to those two first, and then I'd come out to my family.
When I came out to my family, my younger sister said, "So?" And I was like, "But I'm gay." And she's like, "Yeah, and?"
It was around Christmas time, and I just felt like I needed to just finally like break it to her. I went home and I wrote a little note, and I gave it to her. I said, "Read this, and then you can come talk to me."
So I went to my aunt, and she's like, "I was waiting for you to tell me that you weren't." I was like, "Oh."
And man, you would have thought someone died after that, man. For the next 2 days, it's like mourning, man. Like her son had died. I finally just had to scream at her. I'm like, no one fucking died, man. Your straight son maybe died, man. That's all, man. Give me a break. I'm right here. So, we dealt with that shit for like, a year. I just always told her, I was always recommending books to her, man. I'm like, that's your issue. I've dealt with it. I've already dealt with it. I said, so now that's your issue. Go to the library, read a book on, gay kids or something, man. I don't know.
Even my mom's like, "Oh, I knew if I had a kid who was gonna be gay, it was you." So everybody knew. It was not a surprise at all.
I was in high school, and I was sitting in a study hall group, and there was a kid reading an Anne Rice book, was reading Lestat. It's a friend of mine.
Me and my dad had gotten in a fight one day, and screaming about something. I'm sure we were fighting about money, because that's what we fought about. And at some point in the argument, I screamed, "Oh, you know what? I'm a big fucking fag."
I'm like, "Dude, what are you reading there?" And he says, "I'm reading Lestat. It's an Anne Rice book." It's like, "What's it about?" It's like, "It's cool. He's a vampire." I'm like, but he's different. I'm like, "Really? Like what?" He's like, "He's bisexual." I'm like,
and the house fell silent. The neighborhood fell silent. My mom went running around, shutting all the windows.
And I had never heard that word before. That was the first time I ever heard that word. And he was like, I'm like, what does that mean? I said, like, it means like he likes guys and girls. And I just went, oh.
And then my mom sat me down and had to have the conversation with, Are you sure? We'll get you pills. I'm like, there's no pill that's going to save me, Mom. This is it.
I sit here and think, when did I come out? And I never formally came out. My mother woke up one morning and told me, "You're a lesbian." You know what I'm saying? My mother outed me. You know what I mean? And from then on, it was kind of like, well, yeah, you're right.